What's up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist here with Gershwan, and we are bringing you another episode of For the Greater
Wow.
Alright. So this time, our featured question is by Austin Palmer, and he says, if Sisters of Battle got new models, what would you like to see and why? I'd like to see a couple more tanks, a drop pod option, as well as flyers for them. I mean, I've always liked the Sisters of Battle lore-wise. Definitely the one thing I want them to do is bring new weapons, because they're too similar to the Space Marines. Bolters, flamers, plasma. Like, I want some, like, holy...
chains.
Yeah. Chains. But yeah, some new weaponry, and definitely, like, bring out more Saints and like a holy Dread Knight kind of thing. So
I would definitely want to see more Saints, more beefy special characters with big power, like big wings. That'd be cool.
Right. Big bouncy wings.
Yeah, I guess they flop. That'd be really cool. Another thing too is because they're supposed to be like tough or whatever, almost to the point of taking on a Space Marine. I would love to see something like Centurion. Ooh. Sisters of Battle. I would like to see Centurion anything, but yeah, that's what I would like to see.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure. Because I was gonna say, sculpt-wise, there are a lot of metal ones, so definitely some more detailed plastic sculpts.
Oh yeah, and then I really like the idea of drop pods for them.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let's go back to the top. Thank you for asking that.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Melnar, remove the heretic Tau.
Oh no, you didn't.
What are you, Mason Melnar?
Recon Crusader, Tyranids, 3 scare, 5 me. Damn.
What?
He's put like 2 scary for me, but they're like a level above, so they're 3 scary, 5 him.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. I would have never gotten that. Hashishi, thanks for answering my question. I used to be a Smurf hater, but seeing as Ultramar is sort of an Imperium within the Imperium, and their origins stay in the White Dwarf. Yes. Their origin story is in the White Dwarf 97, damn, I can't read, was quite nice. Also, I've grown to like them somewhat, but yeah, they are a bit bland to say the least. And Rowboat Gilman was tad bit too much of a poster boy for the Imperium, kind of like Captain America. Who knows, maybe he's a betrayer.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Chaos.
But yeah, Smurfs.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Smurfs. They're vanilla, but that means you can create them to anything you want.
Pour chocolate on them. Lee Brunish.
Exterminate declared. Dispatch the Knight Strix. No, please don't.
Garrett Crook. The Inquisition isn't a race. It is an organization to purge the heresy from the minds of the people and to hunt them down. Foul Xenos.
Yeah, you're right. But like, we were just talking about in general, like what thing do we want cut out of Warhammer?
Factions.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the website, it says races, and they're under their own little race.
Yeah. Hoki Bukisa. Quantum Leap is also a physics reference that is easy to understand. You never seen a picture of an atom with multiple rings around it? Those different rings represent electrons at different energy levels. When an electron changes energy states, it leaps instantly to another energy state, another ring. There is no smooth transition. It basically teleports. It doesn't travel. That is why it is called a quantum leap.
Thank you for that.
I think I can now graduate from college. Thank you.
The French guy. Star Trek ain't goofy. It may be a bit dated, but if you want goofy, just look at stuff like Flash Gordon, Space 1999, or Buck Rogers. That's goofy. I'll check them out when I feel goofy.
Nathan Holstrom. The Tau need to be removed from the 40k lore. They are absolutely meaningless on a galactic scale and have absolutely no possibility to ever B. Since their inability to use the warp prevents them from having navigators and interstellar communication, so they can never sustain a galactic empire. That hurt. They're the earliest powerful race. Give them time. They'll take the universe.
Yeah.
Not just a galaxy.
There's actually a lot of fan fictions that explain how the Tau will take over the universe, and I'd see that.
It's all technology based, so who needs navigators when you can build something that'll get you there?
Yeah, not to mention like the fact that they can't use the warp, they're not affected by psychic powers to like a big extent is a big positive, because that means that chaos can't do anything to you. Tyranids, when they come into the system and they have the shadow of the warp.
Yeah, shadow of the warp. It
don't really matter. It's like we don't communicate with that stuff, so that's an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the Tyranids and the Tau fighting meant, or not that the Tau can really like put up against the Tyranids. Well, kind of they can.
Yeah, it depends. But yeah, it's a possibility.
Atticus X, what is the Laughing God's final show? Well, if you believe the theory of the Illuminati, then the final show is when the Laughing God helps the humans to sacrifice all those Illuminati, right? Yeah, Illuminati, and they bring back the Emperor, but they bring him back in the form of a Chaos God, which kills the other Chaos Gods, and then brings the warp back down to the levels of the old ones, where the old ones could travel through the warp without being like assaulted and all that junk. Right. That's one theory. There's another theory that I don't remember right now, but we'll talk about it when we talk more about the Harlequins.
Right. So subscribe for more lore that's to come.
Yes.
Mason Melinar, remove the heretical Tau.
Again?
Oh man.
Are you just not? I think you're reading the same one.
No, it's not, because that's all he says.
I don't even have that.
Oh, good. We'll remove that question.
JH44574. No, not the Inquisition. Who will call upon Exterminatus on the heretics and Xenos?
That's what the Imperial Guard and the Space Marines are for.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Inquisitors.
Not that like, because what were we saying that we didn't want the Inquisition?
Oh no, somebody else said it, and he was just like
commenting to that.
Did we say it?
Well, either way, because I really like the Inquisition. There's actually a guy, and I probably have already mentioned this, but I'm gonna mention it again because this guy's pretty awesome. He's on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram if you don't do so already. Our Instagram is One Mind Syndicate. Oh, cool. But this guy, he created an Inquisition army, and in that Inquisition army, he has things from all over. Like he has scribes, he has like, I don't know. Just check him out, and his Inquisition army inspires me to start an Inquisition army because it looks freaking amazing, and I can't find him. I think this is what happened last time.
Yeah, we were looking and looking at.
So you want to answer the next one, and then I'll keep looking.
As Garor Hammer, you have awesome voices. Ever think of doing a radio show or a podcast, maybe?
We did. If you search far back enough, we had this podcast called.
What was it called?
Foreseen It Podcast. So FOR space SEEN podcast.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was. It was this guy.
I thought you were in it once.
I don't think I was, because the podcast was all about rape most of the time.
We talked about rape a lot because there's a third person in the channel, and for some reason his the conversations would always come back to rape with him.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
The only problem with the podcast is they're supposed to be long, and like we already talked or we have a limited amount of time where we can film, so that would cut down on what we can film.
Right.
So if we get enough support on Patreon, we would create a podcast circled around the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So not just Warhammer 40k, but maybe Warma Hordes. What's that other one? Infinity. Infinity looks really interesting.
Isn't there like Pathfinder or something like that?
Are there Pathfinders?
I don't know.
Yeah. Next question. Oh, I got him.
You got
Iron
him?
Sleet. So his name is, Iron Sleet. IRONSLEET. And this guy has some amazing artwork that you really need to, or not artwork, but models that you need to check out.
These are all custom built?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of them are custom built, and he has a concept art, he builds them, and then he like showcases them. There's a venerable dreadnought.
Oh, that looks pretty badass.
I'm not gonna show you guys because you guys need to see
Yeah.
on his page.
Go to his page.
And then comment down there and say, hey, One Mind Syndicate sent me. Your work is amazing. His name is Iron Sleek on Instagram. Next question.
Hobby captains. As far as Inquisitors and Sisters go, I totally think they need to go to formations. That way, any army can grab them up. Tempestus need to get more or just get grouped back into the Imperial Guard. Completely agree. Either flesh them out completely or just make them as allies.
Yes. Tattoo for you. Good one, guys. Is there anyone else in the syndicate or just you guys? Oh, we kind of touched on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if you had a behind the scenes crew. No, there's nobody behind the scenes.
There's a window behind us.
And through that window is a park, which
Right.
I walked through in the hot sun to catch a freaking Dragonair, and I couldn't catch it because he didn't show up. He's a bitch, and I got all sweaty. But to answer the question, there used to be 3 of us. The third guy got lost in the warp.
Yeah, so
We can't really do anything about that. We tried texting him. Our texts don't get through the warp. So, but yeah, his name was, what's his name?
Old Lady 08.
Yeah, Old Lady 08.
Maybe coming out of the warp, he might be Young Lady 02.
But and then it just became me and the Sound Alchemist, and the Sound Alchemist and me, like, so I edit, he writes, and that's how we do it. Yeah. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah. Next question, Bobby in 414. What superhero, Marvel, DC, Black Horse, etc., would you want in the 40k universe? Ooh. I think the easiest, the one thing that pops into my head is the Hulk. Like,
Yeah, that would be really cool.
just have like Hulk against Angron, and
Or Hulk against an entire Space Marine chapter.
can they do it? I don't know.
Probably not.
Well, because obviously regular weapons don't do anything against the Hulk. So would like
The warp.
the warp would do anything?
Because he is weak against magic, right? Because
Yeah.
he got like tricked when he went to Asgard.
Mm-hmm. So I guess like sorcerers and Ahriman and Magnus could like use him.
I mean, it would have to be a really strong one, and they would have to fight him beforehand to understand how to control or how to like manipulate his mind. But yeah, Hulk would be awesome.
Right.
I would Spawn would be cool
Yeah.
to have in the game. Bunch of guns, because Spawn is 40k, like he is gothic and
Grim dark. And
yeah. Any more questions?
Let's see what we got.
Asgard Hammer. Have we read that one?
What's it say?
It says, you don't get to say that Star Trek is goofy. Heresy. Sorry. Oh, look. Honest, happy hater. The Tau are awesome race. And if I existed in 40k universe, I would join them. Who wouldn't? Free healthcare. But without Tau, 40k would return for their good. Old times of no truly good factions. What? But without the Tau, 40k would return.
So they're saying like the Tau are the only good guys in the 40k universe.
Yeah. Well, if you count manipulating and brainwashing as good guys.
See, you're being manipulated and brainwashed by the Ethereals, so they got you. They got you in their propaganda.
They got you like this, and they squeeze.
That's why you gotta join Farsight.
Mario Farkas.
Ooh, what's he saying?
No, I think we already read this one.
Oh, okay.
Abyssal 86. 4chan question mark. Did you mean ID 4chan?
1D 4chan.
Oh, 1D.
Right? That's what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Brian Montgomery, dude, you rock. Keep up the good work. Or dudes, sorry.
Oh, dudettes.
Dudettes.
Doodleos.
Nibble Cookie.
Oh.
Hey, dudes, could you make a video about the Necron Destroyer cult?
Yeah.
Got like 15 destroyers, 3 heavy destroyers, and a destroyer lord to paint. I need inspiration. I feel you. I have a bunch of stuff to paint that I never paint.
Yeah, I've always wanted to put more lore on the Necron, so they're coming.
And thank you guys so much for commenting, liking, and all that stuff.
That's right. Keep being awesome. Go to our Patreon page, and it'll be updated soon. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this epic 40K lore and other thingies lore channel. So before I keep on mumbling and rambling, I will close us out, because you know him as
Gershwan,
and I am the Sound Alchemist, and we are part of One Mind Syndicate, and we are out of here.